Hi, I'm Zernell. Grimy is my record label and clothing line. Crate Diggers is my record fair.
I'm Theo Parrish. I represent Sound Signature and Wild Heart Recordings.
My name is Marcellus Pittman, and that is what's in my bag.
What do you represent? I mean, what?
Why you fucking with me, man?
Yeah.
My favorite hip-hop duo in the world. Rest in peace, Guru.
Yes.
But this is the best Gang Starr album, period, in my opinion.
In his opinion.
This is the best one.
Step into the arena?
No, this, Hard to Earn. This is the best one, to me.
All right.
You know, these haters can say something else, but this is the best.
It doesn't matter if the cops be scoping, they can't do jack, that's why a young brother's hoping to do anything, anywhere, any place. Buck wild in another court case, it's the code of the street.
I'm gonna hop in. This is dope. This is recent. This has been in my car for the past 2 weeks. I'm putting this at everybody.
Everybody need that.
Respect to them. Wow. That's all I gotta say.
With you underwater.
And Pete Rock.
Oh, yeah.
You can't go wrong with Pete Rock. You
Never
know?
go wrong with Pete.
The first, what was this? Peace Instrumentals?
That was
Cold.
nasty, yeah.
I'm imagining this one just as cold. So, and I haven't even heard it yet.
Sure, I'm saying we have a man John C. Yeah, speaking of hip-hop backgrounds, these two young gentlemen were in a group that Mr. J. Dilla was about to produce called Homegrown. And they met me when I was working at a record store myself. And I started to poison them with the dirty nightlife music. Come hang in the dirty basement.
Yeah.
But yeah, this brother worked on that, and that's how that's working. Rest in peace, JD.
I'm an old Chicago dude. So this Blue Magic, I got to take it out the sleeve to get the glare off of it. This Blue Magic, this was it. Welcome to the club.
Oh yes.
This was house music before it
Had a name.
had a name.
Because we didn't walk around saying, hey, we're going to go hear some house music. No. We went to go follow certain DJs in certain places where the music was. And it was ours. Like the ratio of how it is now, you know, the black people are now, the only black people in the house parties are in the booth or at the door. or like at the door. It was the other way around. It's amazing that our sanity is still intact to watch it go like that because, you know, we're from America, America's racist, so that's how it is. But going back to this, old Chicago.
Welcome to the club.
Welcome to the club.
This was it. It was Ron Hardy's favorite. What you got?
I got Melba Moore. The cut on this album is Your Sweet Lovin', an 80s boogie tune. Badness right here. Loving it. Pick this up if you can find it.
Your sweet loving, I need your sweet love, I need your sweet love.
Dopest, let's say house, dopest house producer.
Larry Heard.
Larry Heard.
Yes.
That's the guy right there.
In fact, we can almost say we're all doing his music. If you're making modern stuff, he was the first to do the acid stuff and do the quote unquote deep stuff. And everybody bit after that.
Yes.
Bring down the walls, let them fall, 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 fall.
What you see up there?
And it's $40 too.
What is
Uh-oh.
That's Sylvester Johnson. I need that in my
Where?
Right there, that Foxy Brown.
Oh,
Yes.
I got that on hold.
That's a part of my what's in my bag. I need that.
You gonna pull it down?
Yes,
Pull it
please.
down.
Hey, Mr. DJ, what's that sound?
whole world's calling on Foxy Brown. Yeah. Now, I had to call my boy up, Chicago. He was saying, you need to buy whatever comes out from this band is bad. It's called the Universal Togetherness Band. It's on Numero.
I'm biting. I want that too.
Yeah,
We
but
all
you can't-
wanted it, but it was only one copy.
There's only one copy.
Look out, you, it's the real thrill coming through.
I'm gonna jump onto this LaBelle prior to her going solo. There's certain songs that I listened to as a kid, as a young DJ, that kind of touch my soul, that kind of like make you have feelings. That's what music is supposed to do, is make you have feelings.
That's right.
Right.
And this What Can I Do For You by the LaBelles.
Boom, boom, boom.
That's serious tune. All of their albums are fantastic. So each one of their albums have a song that's sentimental to me, but What Can I Do For You is it.
People wanna live, not merely exist.
I had the honor of working with one of the guys that produced this album, one of the Mizell brothers. This is Johnny Hammond and Gears. There's a cut on here called Los Conquistadores Chocolates that busted my head. It was the first time I had heard a jazz / record in an environment, a dancing environment. In Chicago, you basically were given no respect if you cannot play moving music.
Yeah.
Like if you could just blend mixes, nobody cared. You had to master tempo, you had to master music presentation. We're talking about jazz, funk, all these other genres because that was what a professional did. That was the first time I ran into the idea that I put the record on and I didn't understand why this was sweet. Because when I put it on, it was just like flutes and it's all this beatless stuff. I was like, I can't mix that. But it wasn't until I listened to the record and let it play. And then I heard when that DJ, where he brought that record in, because he had enough sense, he knew it, so he waited until it was time to bring that record. And after the song had movement, that means knowing your records. Yes,
sir.
This song taught me that part about selection.
That's the #1 part of DJing, knowing your
Exactly.
records.
Knowing your
You
records.
gotta know your records.
This one, I have no idea what's on it.
What?
I see this all the time.
This is all right.
And I can finally take a listen to it and see what it's
This
all
right
about.
here is Attitude, Belief, and Determination. It's a Chicago record. Original.
Okay.
Can't find the original. $5,000. This was reissued by my homeboy Zaf, and it's a beautiful song. 10 minutes long, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Where'd you find it at? Because I need one.
Me too, I'm one.
I seen at least 4.
Okay.
Two more.
Well, you got one left in the store because all 3 of those are leaving with us.
So I
That's
need
a
to get that in my
no-brainer.
life.
That's no-brainer.
I need that in my life.
Yeah, it's a 100 BPMs. Beautiful.
As long as it's
Me-
good music.
No, it's beautiful.
I said black, white, yellow, red, and brown. You will be a crown. Oh, listen to me, baby.
And I guess we can piggyback into this one. Stephanie Mills.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
you can get
Okay, and this record kind of was a crossover between disco and I hate to say that word.
That house.
I know what you're saying. This true definition of what disco is, which has nothing to do with the term that was lapped onto it, because that was applied after the fact. In the moment of the disco thing was a catchword for when white people stole funk from us. And they figured out the axiom and they kept doing it, right? You had the bell bottoms and the John Travolta and all that. But this one was right when those companies started producing that direction, but they had a real singer, Stephanie Mills.
Yes. So this right here
Right on the edge of
was
that.
a crossover between that. So it's electronic and it was live instrumentation. This was one of the first records that kind of married that together. I could be wrong, but from my knowledge, that's what it is. And it's a beautiful song.
And she still got it.
Still got it.
Yeah.
She's
Still
still
got
doing
it.
it.
Still
Still doing
got
it.
Yeah.
Stephanie Mills, you can get over. Put it in your bag.
Chi-Town man right here, Donny Hathaway. Me personally, the cut on here that busts people's heads, that just is probably one of the best live recordings of an audience, of a crowd that was reacting to an artist, is his version of The Ghetto. It's crazy. Like the way that they react and the way that he gets down is just, it's phenomenal. This is standard fare. If you don't know Donny Hathaway, know Donny now behind that one. Know it.
Should we talk about this one?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I'll let you talk
Oh
about
man. Does anybody know where is Anime today? People in Chicago know be laughing at home. Everybody else like, what the deal?
What are you
Stupid.
talking about?
Natalie Cole, I always thought she was like a real cheesy singer, right? Every once in a while, they'll get a song written for them and it'll just be so on point and so felt and so produced. The one on here is Annie Mae. And it's just talking about a streetwalker. Natalie Cole wasn't necessarily a message artist, but to me, this is the song that gave me a lot of respect. But beyond that, in Chicago, in the 80s, this is a major tune.
That was house.
Major tune. That was house.
That was house.
Major tune.
When house was what you were. It wasn't music, it was what you were, what you wore, how you dressed, how you danced, what you listened to.
Yeah, we talking about the 80s, we talking about gangs, we talking about Chicago. You think it's bad now, it's bad then. This is the results of that.
Then, just wasn't televised.
Just wasn't televised at all. So we're talking about you needed to be identified as something other than someone claiming either vice lords or folks.
Right.
So how you could identify yourself is you had your box haircut, hoop earring, and you always had your headphones and walking by. But this
was it.
This is one of the jams.
That's one of them. I think I'm gonna end on Annie Mae.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna end on Annie
Get the
Mae.
end, man.
Annie Mae.
Tripping and running, it's blowing her mind.
Oh, no worries, man. Thank y'all, man. Thanks for the patience and everything. And it was kind of a
It was hard
motherfucker getting here. We drove up on sidewalks and shit.
See?
Crazy.
You thought I was joking.
No, he wasn't joking.
Biba.